So, perfecto. Whoa, not perfecto. Almost perfecto. Almost perfecto. Catching us a little dinner before we get to work here. That's what we be doing. Welcome on in, everybody. What's happening? So, welcome on in to Tin Can Wednesday. Oh yeah. What's everybody doing out there? So, catching us a little dinner. We have already got a keg tap going here. We've already poured a beer. What's up, John? Nice to see you, my friend. Got ourselves a little chicken, veggie, and rice bowl going. Catching a little food, and then tonight our upgrades for the kegerator have come in. So we are going to put the unit together and mount it inside the kegerator. So this will take our, as you can see right there, here's my beer. It's a little Whaler's Rise from Cisco Brewing. Cheers. Hey, Suzanne. So it's going to take our single tap keg and kegerator and make it into a triple tap. So we'll be able to hold three 6 barrels inside the kegerator now. At any given time. So that'll be great, and it'll get its first true test in like 2 or 3 weeks, because we're gonna have a party here. So hopefully we're gonna get a couple of more. What's up, Dallas? Hold my beer. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you all for being here. Catching me just a little food before I get started. But we have a bunch of stuff to get through. So, actually, while I'm sitting here, we can do some of this too, I guess. Look what I bought. Look what I got. Whoa. Got me a brand new torch. Now you might be saying, Sean, why the heck do you need a torch to do your kegerator work? I don't. What I do want it for, though, is to help light my fire pit, which will be, ooh, what are we doing here? Here we go. Hello, Sam Lowe. Which I'll be lighting because I want to burn it off for the party in a couple weeks. So figured tonight was a good night. It's gonna be kind of cool here. So we will throw that into the fire as well. These are pretty simple to assemble. It comes with an igniter. This, right? It's a button, so you adjust the amount of gas going through this little bit. If you pull this in, right, you can lock it so it's permanently on. Push it, unlocks. It's called map gas. So we're gonna give it a little map gas. Pierce. Let's see that. Look at Pierce is like, I'm here for the booze. Where are the taps? Fat man, give it to me now. Let's see. So you tap this, and you can hear it. It hisses just a little bit. Make sure it's on there fairly snug, and then you should get something like that. And then again, if you press this button down while this is on, it just stays on. Click it again, it goes off. So we're gonna play with a little fire here in just a little bit. Those are really good. You know, I mean, you can get out there with a match and a lighter and your little kindling, or you can stack up your kindling wood and then just literally ignite it ablaze and start everything going instantly. Save yourself a bunch of time. So hopefully everybody's doing good. So next to me, I have that bad Larry. And that is where all the magic's gonna happen tonight. It's in that box. So, all the magic tonight is in that box. What I have ordered, I got from the Beverage Factory. So beveragefactory.com. If you weren't a firefighter, I'd be worried. Maybe that's why you should be worried. So if you go over to the Beverage Factory, you can find what should be all of the key components to upgrade. So I hope so, Pierce. All right, so now we are finished with dinner. Fantastic. We're gonna need some tools. I think I'm gonna need that. So put that to the side. Definitely gonna need this. All right, let's open this bad Larry up. And I have 2 CO2 tanks. So some of this needs to connect to CO2. This is what came with the kegerator. So this is that. Oh, it's upside down. I thought it was upside down. There it is. Kegco. Woo! There it is. It's a 5-pound bottle. It's definitely full. And it is food grade. So you can't just go I should say you don't want to just go and put any old CO2 in there. So let's see. Larry, that's my cat. I love it. That's awesome. Suzanne's like, that's my cat's name. All right, so here we go. Let's cut this box open. I'm trying to be careful because there are lines in here and I'm not exactly sure where they are. And it would be terrible to slice one of them. So, all right. And we shouldn't have to cut anything. Shouldn't you have a nurse? I should have a nurse standing by. You never know what the heck's gonna happen. So of course you got the customary 15 pounds of stuff. Oh. So we have, oh my gosh, this box. We have a big white box there. And then we have more stuff. Oh my God, this box is packed with stuff. Holy cow. What is, oh, this is the tower. Boy. Yep. That's it. Boy. Oh my gosh. All right, so here it is. A 3-product secondary regulator, which is kind of really what makes the whole thing go. This is what they call the faucet. So this is what you would all know, right? This is the part you see sticking up in the bars, except usually a regular bar would have, like, 10 of these lined up. At home, I'm gonna have 3. 1, 2, 3. So those are the 2 main components. Everything else in here is, they send the blue hose, which is for the gas. They send all the fittings you'll ever need, and some of those I had to order because of the way my keg works. And then these are what they call faucets. So y'all getting education tonight is what's happening. Ooh, here you go. So what happens here is you need starting at homecoming. All right. So what you need is to go on that tower I just showed you, is you need a faucet, and on the other end on the line, this is actually a tap. This is what a tap is. So they come in different forms. If you've ever seen a keg taps before. So the line with the beer comes out here. The line for the gas goes in there. You put this on, you twist it, you pull this handle out and push it down. And when you push it down, see the bottom? The bottom has this little bit that comes out. And let's see if I see it. Comes out. So it comes out. There's a ball on the top of the keg. It pushes it in, and the gas is let in, and right with it. Now, what we normally call a tap, this is what everybody calls the tap, which is actually a faucet, but people that work with this stuff understand what you're saying. This is what you would call a tap, right? Little handle goes on here, you pull it forward, just like you see over behind me. So we have a couple of faucets. This should be hopefully a quick and painless installation. Although this this could be an interesting installation nonetheless. So first thing we have to do before any good project starts is have a beer. Thank everybody for being here. Make sure I tell you to smash that like button, and if you have not subscribed already, please do, and cheers. So things I want to look at right now, right? So I know what all this stuff is, and this is going to be all in good working condition. The taps, the faucets, we're good with that. We are good with that. I don't need to look at that. It looks like I see gaskets. I see my connectors. Okay, that's all in good working order. I know what I need there. I got this hose. Now you may be thinking, Sean, that's the hose that you said was for the gas. What about the hose for the beer? Oh, you like that? Dad bod. Thanks, John. The hose for the beer comes in the tower. So if we open this up, Ooh, wicked pollen all of a sudden just come by. Oh, here it is. Ooh, and they wrap it up nice. So here it is. This is, ooh, so it comes with line and a preset amount of line with the ends. The ends are right there to connect on top of the taps that go on top of the keg. There's a gasket, which we don't want to lose. And of course, what everybody's waiting for, the money shot. There it is. That's where all the faucets are gonna go that we pull on. So this all appears to be here. which is great news. And I see all the hardware's in there. It's literally the same hardware that I had when this first came in. So I know I can actually reuse stuff that's already there, which is fantastic. So we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna put this over here. All right. So now comes the part where we bust out the thing that really kind of regulates how the beer comes out. Oh, okay. Can we have one tap be cheese soup? You know, it's funny. I've been trying to poll everybody to see like what the other two kegs should be. I guess we could try a cheese soup. I don't know about cold cheese soup. That kegerator is like 33 degrees. So, secondary product regulator system. So how does this work and what is it? So you can't just kind of go willy-nilly and get like a jug of CO2 and just hook it up with any pressure regulator and just let it go. So when it comes to beer, different beers such as this one, which is Whale's Tail from Cisco Brewers, takes a little bit more gas than say something that's a little bit lighter. So typically, not all the time, but typically you can look at a beer and you can kind of go like, okay, that's a light beer. So, and you know, typically when you see a light beer, right, it's a little lighter in color and it's a lot clearer. Sometimes the light hazies get a little tough to judge, but basically a Pilsner is going to use less gas. A little bit more gas, whereas somewhere like something like a Guinness, some really dark porter where you don't want a lot of CO2, you're going to dumb it way down. But this kegerator, one tap, one pressure regulator. So I needed a new one. So that's what the secondary thing is. Wow, this thing is heavy. They suggested getting a 30-pound double-sided tape that was weatherized outdoor tape because it's going in the cold inside the kegerator. They weren't kidding. I didn't think it was going to be this heavy, but it is definitely heavy. All right. So, wow, we got a lot to burn here. Woo. All right. But here it is. This is a secondary pressure regulator. So, my plan is, well, let me explain to you how this works. First of all, this is the backside. So we're going to use double-sided tape here, 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 and here. All right, and we're going to double-side tape the snot out of this thing and stick it inside. Doesn't really matter if the CO2 is cold or not, but I prefer it to be cold when it can be. So each one of these will go to one of the kegs. You're able to take these knobs and adjust all the pressures in and out. They have a locking nut. You can see where your pressures are at for each individual keg. CO2 from your big bottle of CO2 comes in here. You adjust the pressure and then it comes out here and goes towards your keg. So that's how this is set up. And this is definitely a little bit heavier and a little bit longer than I expected. So I have made my own beer, which is actually how this whole mess started. Started years ago with me making my own beer. And I've only grown an affection for the beer making process. So now that I have this nice little tiki bar, I was going to do it not last year, yeah, maybe last fall. The intent originally of this channel was to brew beer. It's supposed to be a beer review and beer making channel, and it's literally morphed into anything but. So my goal is, once it's not so raging hot here in New England, as we get into fall, I would like to brew a beer live on stream, just to show you all the process, to kind of loop everything in together. But for now, we're going to go with the kegerator. Hey, Luke. The Patriots' first game, I believe, is the Sunday after Labor Day. So what's that? Game plan. That is the game plan. That is what we're going to do right now. So I think what we should do is I am going to top off my beer, and then we are going to shut the gas off, bleed the system down. I'm going to unhook the keg, pull the keg out. That way I can change the lines that are inside. So, let's start with that. Let's shut the gas off. We can use the excess gas in the system. We'll try to give you all best I can do. One man show, right, folks? So, you come in here, and we do have some other beers, as you can see. There are some other beers. So, Crown Royal, other local brews. In here, right, we're going to shut the gas off here. And we're going to shut the gas off here. All right. And we now need to bleed the gas off, so we will just top off the beer, using as much as we can. And then, so there's our beer. And then what we're gonna do is we are gonna pull this out. So, here we go. What could possibly go wrong? Famous last words. All right. So now all the gas is off, right? All the gas is off. I want you guys to take a look. So, there's a little ring right here. You're going to hear all the gas come out, right? So there it is. The gas is out. We are going to pull up on our handle, and we're going to twist this off, right? So, we're going to put the keg back inside. So, because it will get a little angry, right? Now what we need to do is we're gonna grab a cup, and we gotta take this off. So that's where, whoop, and that was almost my toe. This is where this comes in handy. This is all live, folks. There's no couch content here. You're gonna find all this debauchery live and in person. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. So, we're taking this off. Now that blue line we're gonna be able to use. That blue line is still good. This beer line we're gonna drain because the beer is gonna want to come out, right? So we're gonna take this. We don't want to lose it because that's really kind of still good beer. And here it comes, pouring out. There it is. Okay, and to stop the kegerator from getting nasty with me, there it is. So, we've now got our tower disassembled. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this bad Larry off, put the other one on. But first, we gotta have a drink. Cheers. Ah, that stuff is so good. First order of business. Whenever you're doing a job, you need the right tool. Told you should have a nurse. Well, you're not hearing me argue. You're not wrong. All right. So there are 4 screws in the top of this. We're gonna pick up the chair. So, 4 screws. Oops. 4 screws. Should be easy peasy. Famous last words. This thing will come right out. And we can, since it's all brand new, and everything should line up exactly where it should, we are just going to reuse the screws that are here. Although they did send new ones, I don't think we're going to need them. Okay, so here we go. And now if any of you ever get one of these and you don't know what you're doing, hit me up. I would be more than happy to either walk you through it or come over and do it for you. All right, ready? Now don't freak out. Everything's gonna be a-okay. But this is literally all that happens. This is what happens at my house. I now have a 1-tap tower for sale too if anybody wants it. But this is what happens at all of your local breweries, restaurants. They all work the same, you know. There's no like magic secret to this. It is literally all the same stuff. So they did send a new gasket, but this gasket here is fine. So I think we're just gonna stick with the one that's there, and then we'll have one as a backup in case, because you know it is outside. So, and look at this. In goes the lines. They're a little haphazard, but here they are. They will straighten themselves out here before you know it. Line up your holes, because that is the key to any good project, is to line up your holes. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Okay, here we are. And then once you line up the holes, you really just gotta kind of give them the screws. Where is Triton when you need him to record all this good stuff? All right, so it's really kind of important to get this step done almost first. A couple of reasons. One, as you can hear, the kegerator tends to get a little angry when the door is left open and the temperature's dropping for too long. So you kind of want to get this done. So you want to keep it as cold in there as you can, because really once your beer gets up around like 38, 39 degrees, that's when you're going to start seeing a lot of foam, which is not what you want. So yep, that's what we're avoiding. All right, now here we go. Okay, that's on. We have our spare gasket. But what's the next step? Oh my gosh, you're so talented. I know. Next step's a beer. So good. Okay, really, to be honest with you, the hardest part, is really figuring out the gas lines. Just kind of like where to mount them, how to run them. I'm probably gonna have to open up the kegerator for a little bit, pull everything out, hopefully figure my stuff out really quick to get everything done. I'm gonna try to do as much work out here as I can. That way, that way I'm limiting how exposed the inside is to kind of keep the temperature going. So, very important. If you ever get one of these, right? You get your own kegerator, I'm gonna pour my own beer, yay! Make sure inside there is that little black ring, that's a gasket. It's very important that you have a gasket. Because if you don't have a gasket, stuff's just gonna leak on you everywhere. So, these things are funny because you can mount these any which way. You can put them in here. You can make them go like sideways if you want them sideways. I'm gonna try them just straight up and down for right now. And if you need to tweak them later on, you can. So, real simple. You just put them up and you lock them down. There's a little mechanism. Acts just like a nut and bolt. Except instead of a bolt, we got ourselves a tap. All right, so there it is. And I find finger tight's pretty good, but I will go and I'll take the pliers to it, but I won't put the pliers metal to metal because I don't want to scratch the metal because the pliers teeth will bite into the metal. So we are not doing that. We are not doing that. All right, here we go. Here is the second one. That looks pretty straight. And here is the third one. All right. Thank you all for sticking with me. I know this is not the most riveting content, but it is a process. If you've ever sat at a bar before and said, that's kind of neat. Wouldn't it be awesome to have one of these in your house? Well, you can. And this is how it's done. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. All right. Open, 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 close, close, close. Now, the part that y'all been waiting for is in this bag. We're gonna make it look legit. Boo. Oh, it's on the 10-day DL. What happened? Uh-oh. Losing my clamps. Ooh, and my gaskets. Not blowing a gasket, I'm losing it. All right. So. All right, so then these go just like this. Hit them on, screw them down. And typically with these faucets, these handles come with this stuff, but you can buy them. They're like super cheap. There it is. So that is a proper triple tap. Now, Coach N, what is happening? We are not done yet, kids, because we have, man, I got a crap ton of trash. We have to figure out gas, right? We gotta figure out the gas here. So, here's what I do know. I do know I can pull out these 3 lines now. And I might as well start taking some of this out because I'll show you guys what I got in here. Ooh, a little bit of Crown Royal tucked in there. Well, a lot of bit of Crown Royal tucked in there, I guess. Got some Berkeley's. I've got the keg, which is going to come out. Here it is. And that is definitely a full keg. Pop it down. Because I am going to need some room to work in there. Okay. And this goes here. And this comes out. So, all right. Here are our tap lines down here. So, oh my, what do we do with these? I'll tell you what we're going to do with these. We are going to, oh, there's beer all over the place. Take our taps, line them up, get them on. Again, always like to give it just a whoop. Come on, man. Give it just a little whoop-de-whoop. Bro, why is there should be no beer coming out of this thing? There is. All right. So now. So what we're gonna do here is, this is the end that goes for the gas. Oh, and these come so tight, man, I'm telling you. We're gonna take that off. So hopefully, oh, wow, that was really on there. Hopefully what we're gonna do is, and this is very interesting, we are going to attach this to the blue tubing, run the blue tubing, and then reattach this into the keg. So, that's the hole that the CO2 runs through. But look at this. So this piece is interesting. So this part goes into the hose. This part, this white part, sits inside the nut. But this is interesting. Without that little white part in there, you are going to get foamy beer like you read about. This actually opens up, and I can't get it to open up, but it's like rubberized. So the pressure opens it, and what it does is it acts almost as like a dampener, and it helps control you having foamy beer, which is disgusting in and of itself. Speaking of beer, cheers to everybody. So good. Work to get it. Triple chew, what's happening? Sir, using a jar. I know. I don't have one out here in my plethora of stuff. Something else that helps a lot is so I don't know if you all can see that little white circle with the 3 tabs around it. That also helps control you getting beer that's really foamy. So we use every every advantage we can get. Now, what I went and did, because lesson learned from when I set this one up, is I bought a couple of these adapters because the line is so stiff that if you go straight down on top of the tap like it wants you to, it's too tall for the inside. But these make it go on nice. So we get ourselves a little gasket action in here. So little rubber gaskets, they send them with this stuff. The gasket goes in, and we are just going to screw this on here. Now these have to go on super tight because here's what happens. See how this lines up? Look how close that is. So like when you're pulling this down, you know, you don't want the CO2 line to be interfering because that would be bad. So I'm going to take one of our free lines here and we are going to attach said line, and these come flat. These are flat, so it's almost like a built-in gasket. You could put one in there, I suppose. I don't think it'll hurt any. Maybe we'll do that just for good measure because I don't believe it'll hurt anything. The holes line up. All right. He said, pull it down, man. All right, we'll just get it just a little snug. Anthony the Molar Man. And as soon as we're done with this, of course, now comes the difficult part, right? Now is the part where I gotta start doing all my line work here. Not what I would call a fun Wednesday night. Oh man. Whoo. All right. You know what? We're gonna try leaving that one on. Let's see if I can save myself a little work. See if I save myself a little work. Famous last words. I should really label where all these are going, but I'll figure that out as I get to it. It's not really going to matter because of the way I've got this set up. So now ideally, when the threads line up right, that's the way it should look. Gas in, beer out, right? But if beggars could be choosers. How's that other saying go? My aunt had a pair of balls, she'd be my uncle, right? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. All right, so gasket goes in the end. And once again, we will tap the bottle in, twist the cap, y'all. Pull it down, pull it down. Anthony, how'd you all make out with those storms the other night, man? We had like tornado warnings here and stuff. We never get that stuff down here. All right, so the taps are good to go. Now, the next important bit of business. I'm saving that regulator till the very damn end because I know what's gonna happen. I can feel it coming. Where did my there it is, cutting device go? I'll try not to cut the lines while I'm here. We got some wicked storms the other night. Coach, you probably had them too out where you are. It looked like they kind of rolled across the Northeast from out west somewhere, and boy, they were vicious, man. They were so vicious. Lightning, thunder, like thunder. I haven't felt shake my house in I don't know how long. We are gonna do it up. We're gonna do it up now. What you got to do is you got to do this. Oh, and this is the one without it. All right. We'll put this back on. We'll play the game by their rules. Their rules, not ours. No, here comes my neighbor going to work. I hear his truck rolling down the street here. All right. So they send these clips. These things are fantastic. This is so simple. Remember those commercials? It's so simple, even blah blah could do it. It wasn't a bunch of wild animals, right? They would put in place. Huh. There we go. So, lines on, put a clip on. Make sure you put it up kind of as high as you can get it. And I would advise leaving the end that kind of goes together here up the top. And that is seriously just in case you ever, hopefully you never have to, but if you ever need to undo this, you can have a sporting chance at it. So there we go. All right, and there it is. So it's on there. We're good to go. Where does this other end go? This other end is going to go, for those of you that haven't seen it yet, in the bottom of one of these. So it'll just connect up, right? We got 3 regulators here, 1 for each tap. It's gonna just go, we'll have 1 here, 1 in the middle, and then 1 over on this end. So right now we are gonna hook up all these lines, at least on this end, shove them all in there just for a hot second. I'm gonna take a look to see where I'm gonna mount that regulator. So again, all this stuff comes from beveragefactory.com. And I called over there asking their suggestion on where to mount the regulator, because originally my original idea was to mount it outside and then run the lines in, because they have a couple of holes in the back of the machine that you can run lines in and out of. So I was going to do it that way. And when I called, I said, hey, where can I drill some screws in on this thing to hold this thing? I did say mount. And the reason I did that is because, for those of you that maybe don't know about refrigeration, in units like these, and even in like your restaurant units and stuff, they are, believe it or not, they're not like your refrigerator where, you know, on the back you got the grates. Well, that's where all the refrigerant runs through, right? Well, on these, it's between the inner and outer wall, and it's usually wrapped all the way around the machine. So it would make for a bad kegerator experience to be drilling into that. So when I called them, the nice young lad on the other end of the phone, sounded like he was about 12. Whew. He said that that a lot of their customers were using this double-sided mounting tape, rated for 30 pounds, and it is indoor, outdoor, and it's weatherproof. So we are going to try that suggestion. Now, we're getting towards where we need to be. So we're going to take this, we're going to put all this in here for a hot second until I can get my act together. So this, that is a 5-pound CO2 bottle, a regulator, and then of course the CO2 line, shut-off valve. This is how you control the pressure with this one. The other one, the knobs look a little bit fancier. So this is the factory end. Looks familiar, right? I just showed this to you. So we really have two choices here. I can take this apart, put it in on the other side from this end, or I can try taking it apart up here. And my feeling is that I think I'm going to try to undo this end, only because this has this rubber piece and I don't want to mess with this. So gas is off. And remember how I said you always face these things out in case you ever got to take them apart? Here we go. So, oh, and there it is. Just a little bit of a twist, comes right apart. Stephanie, don't stack that too high just yet. I'll put that going in a minute.
No, I'm gonna put the cardboard in the recycling.
Oh. There we go. So, same blue line. First and 10, let's do it again, Herman. Let's get our one out that doesn't have one, which is right here. Right? So, here it is. We are doing it up.
We're going all right.
Well, I would say it is definitely going fair. The people at home are taking notes. Coach is here, and 222, and I've seen Anthony the Molar Man, Suzanne Babcock, who else? Pierce,
How come there's only two?
Dallas.
Oh, you're just changing it out now.
Wait, what am I doing?
You're just changing out the regulator now. There's a 3 one that's still over there.
Yeah, the 3 one's still over there. All right. I think the next step is I got to figure out where that regulator is going to go. All right, so, and the one thing, oh yeah, beep, beep, beep. I got you.
What's it beeping at you for?
Because it's 41 degrees in there now instead of 33.
Anna.
Whew, that's all work. 222 said I'd be too drunk to fix this. Well, I'm not saying I'm not drinking. Speaking of being too drunk, bottoms up, everybody. Whew, all right. So, now comes the outrageously frustrating part. We're going to unplug you guys just for a little bit. So, I need to take this behemoth and mount it inside. There is some room in there, but when you put 3 kegs in there, stuff's going to get tight. So, we kind of got to be strategic about where stuff is going to go. And then hope that the double-sided sticky tape works like it should. Okay. So. Right, let's, oh, and I'll show you what beers I got up here. All right, so this CO2 tank can come down, which it's getting light, so I'm glad that we have the other one full. But let's take a look here. Let's turn the camera around. All right. It's wicked heavy. That's why the guy's like, yeah, get some 30-pound tape. I'm like, yeah, all right. So there's some other pieces. So that stuff's from the old kegerator. You can see it's a regulator, right? The regulator, there's a tap here, old faucet right there. But the new one came with a cleaning kit, which is awesome. And it came with these racks. And this is left over from electrical, but so, and here is, right, it's Crown and Coke in the can. This come from a place called Second Wind. This is a watermelon mojito seltzer, which was fantabulous. You can see our Berkeley beers here. Here is some more Second Wind. This is pink lemonade. So this was one of their sours. And then this one, Pog Juice, was also from them, and that was their other sour. They are absolutely delicious. All those beers are so stinking good. So, oh, it's on I got it on the ground over here. So let's see here. We've got to, right? I should. I'm gonna use one of the CO2 bottles though. Ooh, there it is. So there it is. This is all the room we have. So what I'm thinking is, Mike, oh, what's happening? What I'm thinking is, this thing is so damn large. I thought about mounting it back here, like this, in the back. Part of me wants to put it up here, like this, here. So, right, like Stephanie said, you can read them, but then that interferes with the kegs. So that is the dilemma we are having.
My vote is up and down in the back corner behind that black tube.
It could go like this. Well, it would have to, I think, go the other way. Can you come over here and hold this? I need you to hold this. Nope. You're not going to shut that off.
Well, now they get my expert camera skills.
Yeah, which is our awesome.
Terrible. I apologize in advance.
Use the button. Yeah. Hey, look at that. We're gonna turn you into a camera operator before you know it.
No.
You'll be working for Pierce down in Florida. He'll be your producer. You'll be his camera woman. Life will be fantabulous.
Double-sided mounting, Pierce. Yes, we have a fancy tape.
We could put it here. Actually.
Oh, Susan Babcock says up and down.
Up
I
and
agree
down,
with
right?
up and down, because if not, you're not going to be able to read it. Right?
Ooh. What do you mean not be able to read it?
You're going to be able to read the gauges, don't you?
Yeah.
It needs to be wiped out in there already. What cans look like yuck?
I think that's just condensation. Yeah, see, because I think if I get, so here's the other piece of the puzzle, right? Is this has to come in here like this. So this is probably a better gauge. This gets, whoops, shoved in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Can't see around your big head.
Right? So this needs to come in here like this. Ooh, sorry. So part of me had said, oh, we can't do that. It's gonna literally have to go like this.
Yeah, but do you want the tubes facing to the back or tubes facing
it's
out?
gonna have to go actually probably like this.
You have to climb in there to see the temperature.
And it's gonna have to go high. It could. Nothing says I can't put it in the back either. Thank you. I could get enough hose and put it on the door, I suppose. But then the door wouldn't close. But, I mean, I could mount it real low like this. But then I think it sticks too far into the keg. That's why I do think up and down is the correct way. And if I tuck it in this corner, it's gonna have to go here. Wow, this thing's large. Holy shit, it's large. Oh boy.
See, I had said too bad there wasn't something you could rig to hook into the top of that. Remember I was telling you about?
How many of these tubes? Tube fits through here. It is an alternative though. Like I could stick it out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
or I could take the bottle out and leave the bottle outside and just run the main feed in and mount this thing, shove it in the corner.
I don't think leaving anything outside is a good idea. I think you're gonna lose control of your temperature.
No, not with the CO2. It doesn't really matter with the CO2.
Alright. I don't whatever.
They actually make a mount for the red bottle on the back. Yeah.
Alright. Well,
So
put the CO tank out.
maybe that's the thing to do. What do y'all think? Put the CO2 tank outside, run the line from outside in.
How do you run it from outside in?
So if you look in the back here, let's see if they can, you might plug. So the line goes through here and it comes out the back. But then I could probably take this and mount it in the corner. It does become tough to see though. I do like the thought of it being up here like this, right?
Come as far forward as you can though.
Maybe I can do like something like this.
Cockeyed.
It's a little cockeyed. I'm trying to keep this. I would like to keep it back as far as I could. That's what she said. Oh, okay. Oh, and this, so if y'all wondering, that tube, so this is a, that is called a tower cooler. So what it does is, cooled, the less foam you're gonna get. So, this is an interesting predicament, my friends. One that was not anticipated. Very. So let's put. Where the hell did the bottle go? All right, so let's put this in here. That is. Oops. All right. There's no time like the present. So let's
What's all that?
Huh?
Oh, that's the. Never mind. I get it now. It took me a minute to figure out what it was.
Oh.
I see what they are now.
Yeah. So let's hook this up. This is the same thing again. So if you look at this, we're just putting this on. And we take one of our little fancy snap-a-dandy dewy thingies. Clamps. Clamp this.
Oh, those spiffy.
Yeah.
It's like a zip tie meets a band clamp.
Yep. Kind of. Not sad I bought them.
Where'd you buy them?
Beveragefactory.com, where I bought everything else. Should be a big beveragefactory.com promo. All right. So, we got that here. This one has to come on this end because this is the main feed for all the CO2. Tell you what, it is nothing short of a struggle to wiggle these things on though. Wow. You want to really try to get it up as far as you can. Okay. So, right. Put it back on. I can't remember what did. There it is. So this will have to come in here. I guess we're gonna mount it like this.
Is that enough room for the hoses to come out the back of it to make the bends?
What do you mean?
Because these spigot is not the right. It's gonna make the. You know what I mean? It's gonna kink.
Well, we're gonna have to put it where it doesn't kink. This is kind of.
Dang, that's hard.
What the frick? There it is. Whew, man, this is tough. Wow, that's tough. Holy cannoli, kid. Oh, wow. Good Lord. Struggle is real. That's a bad idea. Whew. I mean, that's enough. I don't like it, but... All right, I gotta stand up here for a minute because now my legs are going numb. Oi. Wow. All right. Let there be light. Let there be light. Oof. They used to. I don't know if they still do, but. Sometimes just a little extra gusto will get you there, but
The beeping makes me feel like it's a bad game show.
wow, these things are definitely way hard. Way hard. Holy Toledo. What's everybody saying?
Nothing.
Who's in? I see words. What?
What does...
Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay, so there's one. Huh. Let's see if maybe just sometimes a little bit of water, right? Maybe if we're lucky. Oh, look at that. That's what you lead with.
Probably direction somewhere that may have stated that.
No, I'm sure nobody said like wet it, but sometimes a little lubrication. Sometimes you need a little lube. Y'all know what I'm saying? It's just the truth. Okay, and that's on there good. It's like Anthony the Molar Man with just a little oil, except here, it's just a little lube. All right, last one's going on.
Did you bring out scissors?
Scissors for what?
Oh, it's like...
Yeah, a big knot of not niceness. we go. One, 2. Can you mount them on the table and help me untangle this? That would be beneficial, I think, at this point. Here we go. Just make sure that I'm kind of, wrong way. There you go. Good enough.
What am I doing?
Just untangle this. I think the line is crossed.
Yep.
Which one is it? This one?
This one is.
Okay. Nope, so one of these.
Oh, and this is fed into. Oh,
Yeah,
but this
hang
one
on,
doesn't
hang on,
matter.
hang on. Hang on, 2 seconds. Oh, so this is quite the process.
Oh, here's one.
Yep.
So now, which one did you take off this?
You know what? It's going to be easier to undo this other end here, so hang on. We're just thinking about that. I'm like, hold on. I'm going to undo the other end. What's that?
Oh, the back is dripping.
Yeah, it's supposed to. That's why it's wet. Remember I said it's from the condensation?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's why we got stainless steel. Oh. Well, that's not coming out. Hey. Right. This one. Let's undo this. Okay. Now we're gonna unwrap this.
Hold on. This one.
Yep, they should go under that main feed line.
Nope, don't go there.
Here.
Because that just puts you in
Right.
this one, right? So this one, yeah, because you don't want to be in this pot, right? Hold on, that doesn't seem
Nope.
right. Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
all
you're.
right. Okay.
I think you're doing all right because if you brought the other tap over here now,
This one.
the other tap would not be all crossed up.
Right, because this is under, and then
Right.
the last one. Now the last one is gonna go.
Ooh yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go, people. Now we're talking. Okay.
I don't know if they can see you. I can't see.
All right. So 1, 2, and I'll take that now.
All right, hold on.
Nope, this one needs to come back under.
Like that.
Are they all under? Oh, they're all under it.
Right.
Right? Oh yeah. Okay.
But don't put this inside it.
What do you mean?
You're gonna attach that now, right?
Yeah. This is gonna go down here like this. This one will come up here like this. We'll give a little love. Let's see if we can get this last one on there. Wow, this thing is like super heavy now. It's amazing how much these little bit of lines here added so much more weight. All right, and the key is, what's the key? Just a little lube. All right, so Put one of our doohickeys on here. All right, here we go. Okay, we're good. 3 is good. So we're gonna mount this thing, I think, like this, or should we mount it down like that?
I'm afraid if you mount it with the tubes to the back, they're gonna not have enough room to
Well,
move around.
I guess we're really gonna find out, right? So we're talking. This is in here. Yeah, see this? I think you're right. Right? So this would have to go like here, right? Or you're gonna do it like this, where it's like that. And I think that's probably the way to go. What do you think?
Can you see the dials? You have to like climb in there.
Actually, it's really gonna, in order to be out of the way of the tank, to change out the CO2 tank, it probably realistically needs to be here. So, last and final piece, before we ignite this, whoops, we don't want to put that there. We're gonna put it here on the keg for now. Okay.
You can really fit 3 of those in there.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
believe
you
it.
can fit 3 of those in there, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I know it's unbelievable. You're doing good camera work.
Yeah, no.
You're at least trying. You're trying really hard. You'll get the participation trophy.
Watch your top there.
Huh?
Watch your top there.
My top staying on, lady. It's not that kind of show. It's a family show.
That got really dark.
All right. So, we're going to try to cut just enough off. So what do we need here? Yeah, we just need a couple of small squares. Can you give me some light on that rail since you got your light out?
I think you should adjust these things though, so they're straight up and down, or you think they're gonna be that way, diagonal?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
See what I mean? I just, for the maximum amount of hold, right? That's what I'm trying to think.
Well,
like,
I'm gonna put one
yeah,
piece
but
on
you
each
think
one,
it would
so
be better if
it
they
doesn't
were...
matter.
Okay.
Because this has to go against the wall no matter what. So whether it's straight, it doesn't take up
Okay.
any more room. So, all right. So I think I'm gonna try to cut off, I don't know, a piece that's maybe this much. Should be more than enough. Now this stuff supposedly it's made by Gorilla, and it does 30 pounds, they say. Right, so there's one. Oops.
Do you have to let them sit for any
2.
amount of time?
Oops. I don't think so.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 3, 4, right? So 3, 4. Let's see where we need them. 3, 4. So we're gonna plaster these bad Larrys on here and pray to God they hold. They're supposed to. This stuff's supposed to be good for 30 pounds. So my hope is that it is. All right.
I would just wipe off.
Yep. So,
Like dry it down.
yep. Well, make sure there's no dirt or anything in here, but okay. Moment of truth. moment of truth.
I'm waiting for somebody to comment on your socks and sandals.
Yep, good old Portuguese Joe out here. Hey Joe. I can't get this stuff unstuck.
Switch. I can do it because I got some.
It's alright. I get it. There's a huh. This stuff's like almost like rubber. Here we go. There's one. So y'all remember just a little bit ago when I said the cooling runs inside, literally right here is hot. So this must be one of the coils must come up here to keep it cool on the inside, the refrigerant. 100%. You can feel it. Go.
Push that corner right
there. Okay. And last but not least, this one already had the corner kind of gaffed on it, so there it is. All right. Okay. Moment of truth. Let's see if this stuff sticks as intended. Well, this would be an epic fail. Do you remember if I had the main line? I think it was up, wasn't it? I was positive it was. And these are the shut-off valves. So you can keep pressure from the main line in here and shut the pressure off to each keg. So that's how you can change it out. All right. So, what are we thinking, like right here? Yes, no?
Sure.
All right. No shit, it sticks. Wow. All right. I'm gonna press each corner here. Press. All right, there it is. So.
Turn the light back on again.
Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, so now. Wow.
That's a mess.
This is a hot mess. All right, so what we'll do is we will turn the gas on. And So now this whole thing is pressurized. Gas comes out of the bottle, comes into the top of this, it pressurizes everything else. We will crank these up about 10 psi each. Ooh, that's a little much. There we go. We'll get the all right. Okay, and then what we can do is we can just pick. We can pick one of these, so it doesn't really matter, I guess, which one we pick. So this one goes here. And I don't, I'm trying to find one of these things is not like the other. This is the one I was using. So this was the tap. And again, it comes out here. So, oop, can't do that. And that happens sometimes. Ooh. I think it's gonna come out the middle. That could only be literally sheer luck, because that is where that just dripped from. Wow. All right, so yep, it sure is. I could not have planned that. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Oh, there's no light.
It's literally going to come right out of the middle. Unplanned. It's a little foamy there, but I got to dial it in now. Of course, everything's warm, so you're going to let it relax a little, but let's see. Nope.
I have to label them.
Yep. Okay, so I could not have planned that any better. Middle. So now we will just take these two. We're going to shove them in the back. We're going to put baby in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Maybe we'll put baby in the corner in a second. But, all right. So then your keg comes in, slides all the way to. We will shove all this line in here, right? Because I mean, the door only comes up to here. Like when it closes, it's like silver to silver, so it's not really a hard bend.
Okay.
Which is good. We have enough.
Until I get the other one cleaned out.
Yeah, we're gonna use the old kegerator as a little mini fridge, but for now, these two are probably better left out in the wild. Couple of my Berkeley beers out here in the front. That one, and that's it. So that is the installation. Woo!
There you go.
Here we go. That is the installation of the 3-tap kegerator, y'all. That is what has happened. Can y'all? Oh, there it is. Ooh, it's awful dark here. So we're gonna close this door. Just if anything to stop that insane beeping. There it is. So that is. Oh, Stephanie, can I borrow your light? Oh, wait, I forgot. We have lights here. Ooh, spooky Sean. All right. So now, can I borrow your light real quick? Wow. All right. So that took about an hour and a half. It is definitely time to call it a night. But one last sip. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate everybody supporting me. Make sure you smash the like button. We have just upgraded our brand new kegerator from a single tap to, let me see if you can see it in the back there, right here over my shoulder, right there. We now have 3 taps going, so we need to get ourselves a couple of more kegs. We have a couple of parties coming up, so yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Hello, Shona. So cheers to everybody. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all your support. Hope everybody has a fantastic night. Look for a stream this weekend. We are going to, we're going to go out and we're going to try to find a couple more kegs sometime between Saturday and Sunday. We're going to go to some of the local liquor stores, see what they got on tap. I think I'm looking at maybe a cider we had talked about. And then maybe, you know, a lighter beer for those people that aren't really beer drinkers, but don't mind sitting down and having 1 or 2. So some sort of Coors Light, Miller Lite thing. So for now, from me to you, thank you. Like, subscribe. We'll see you this weekend, everybody. Have a fantastic night. Bye. Thanks for hanging out.